Ooh, did you hear that? Hi guys, how you doing? So we're in the van, we're off somewhere interesting, which we'll tell you about later. But we thought we'd just pop on and just let you know what this video is about. It's taken us so long to finish this series. Ooh, did you hear that?
It's off the grid again either way, it's just shagged our windscreen again.
Oh dear, that's another chip in the windscreen.
I can see it. Plastic thing.
Well, that's okay, we need to change the windscreen anyway. Thought we'd just pop on and just tell you a little bit about this video, which is the final bit of our trip earlier this year through France and Spain.
Yep.
This is really the journey home. It was all a whistle-stop tour. This is just about us driving sort of around the Costa Brava region and then up through along the coast of French and Spanish border meet, and then up through France, and a bit of a whistle-stop journey home because somebody, Mr. Grumpy, didn't want to stay an extra night. Anything you want to add, Lee?
There's always something I want to add, Michelle. Of course, I have full editorial control, so I can edit out most of what you do. So, the journey back from the Catalonia region, we took a slightly different route back and went the coast road, which was amazing. Some kind of quite high, twisty, bendy roads.
Your favourite?
My favourite because I love the heights. I love the heights. We drove up and came across the border at a place called Port Bao, which is very picturesque. We stopped at a beach called Port de Griffou. We also stopped at Yansa, but it was stunning. And so apologies in advance that this video isn't the best travel blog we've ever done. It's literally just some videos of our journey back, and our stop off in France as well on the way back.
And as I say, Mr. Grumpy decided he wanted to go home a day early.
So here we are visiting Fenals Beach on the Costa Brava, somewhere we've been to numerous times over the last 25 years or so. Mm-hmm.
So the shell is pointing towards the view.
So one of the things we've always really liked about Fenals and the area is these jet boats, which are basically taxis that go up and down the coast here, and they come up onto the sand and the ramp comes down at the front so you can get on and off the boat easily and tour the whole area. Probably shouldn't be standing here really. So reversing up past the vans, doing a very good job.
Two problems. One is that they're going in reverse, and the other one is that all this stuff's all growing out here. Yeah. Hang on, the postman's got to turn round. The postman's got to turn round, apparently. Back. Perfect. There's a car coming.
We've just stopped at the car park in Vidreres, near Girona in Spain, and as you can see, it's like it's supposed to be some sort of either a school or a community centre or a leisure centre. Big unmade car park. Down towards the bottom there, where that trailer camper van is, motorhome. There's a Elson Point, rooftop of. And next to that, I think there's 5 or 6 spaces across there for motorhomes. We came in on, I think it was Monday, and it was full. But people obviously stayed over for the weekend. But Relatively empty today on a Wednesday. So we're just pointing out here that Port de Griffo, absolutely lovely, but there is a 1.9 litre, where is it gone? 1.9 litre height barrier on this part of the car park and the lower part of the car park. So we were lucky enough to accidentally come in the out way. So oh, that's incredible, isn't it? Oh my god, that's quite incredible.
This is a place to come back
So just to show that we do actually spend time together, although we never really in front of the camera. So we've just stopped on the way down from Port Boo, the first town in Spain. We've been up over the border, just come down, and then you come to a few switchbacks. So we continued heading north and headed towards Port Lucat. Just after Plage de Lido we pulled over to have a look at the beach, a little bit of an explore, to have a sandwich before pushing on. Bonjour mademoiselle.
Bonjour, ça va? Ça va, ça va? Et tout?
Oh, how disappointing. Last time we came here, this was a bar. Proper bar. One of the most picturesque bars we've ever seen. Not 9 months ago. Naturally, Michelle and I were a little bit disappointed because we were quite looking forward to having a drink, and it's a bit of a drive to any of the local places. So, but 18 months previously we'd had a lovely night here, but it had obviously changed. So we've just arrived at a camping car park. That's the tap place. Beautiful sunny evening. There are 4 vans here. Last time we came, 3. There's some free places about 10 minutes up the road. But we'd rather be here. Strangely, the bar that last time we came was here. It's completely gone, disappeared. So let's try and figure that out. But we've got electricity just over towards the barrier. Just there. That white thing is there's Nelson Point and a drive over Grey Waste. Just gonna sit down now on my homemade table. So we're here in Black Arm. Just trees behind me. So I've just walked through the bottom of the campsite. It is a beautifully sunny day. In fairness, the phone makes the sky look a little bit bluer than it is, but I'm not going to complain about that. And then our visit to La Palma was over and it was time to head to the Michele Viaduct.
Gorgeous, stunning, absolutely stunning. It's such a stunning place. No, keep going. We've done it before. Don't need to stop. This is where we stopped before for the view.
So we had indeed stopped at this lay-by on a previous visit, so I'll drop a photo in there so you can see what the view actually looks like of the Michele Viaduct. We did actually on one of our visits sleep underneath one of the stanchions of the bridge, which was fantastic. It was a free parker and we just loved it.
There you go, there's your villa. If I zoom in a bit to film this. Now you can even stay under the bridge because we've done that as well. Please subscribe. I know. We went up the other way last time. We went up, not down, although we have been up and down. So we stayed at the, if you're looking at the bridge, the one, two from the end of the picture currently. It's the fourth one from the end.
So we continued to push north and we stopped off at what looks here like a very healthy lunch, although it was quite late, and we stopped at a place called the Air de Gerabit, and this is where Gustav Eiffel built his bridge. Here we are, we stopped at the Air de Gerabit, which was, and it is absolutely stunning. And there you have the aqueduct. I think it's the aqueduct, viaduct of Gustav Eiffel of Eiffel Tower fame. It's really difficult to see it in the light. I'm really not sure what came first, the bridge or the tower, but I guess it's bored to tell you. Yeah. Then it was time for the final push of the day, which saw us end up at a pas-étape in the town of Bruay-Alechon. And the next morning, while Michele got ready, it was time for Lee to go and have a look around the town. Well, I've literally just woken up. I'm sure I look absolutely delightful, but it's a lovely, beautiful sunny morning here in wherever we are. It's one of the geographical centres of France. Apparently they have 7, but this is the I believe the main one. So very quiet. I think there were 5 or 6 fans here last night. Maybe 5. She's got a looks like a grey waist here. God, I really do look rough. So it's a beautiful morning here, as you can see. There's a cloud in the sky. The river is behind me. I believe that's the river Le Cher. And I'm just walking. You can see there's a camper van about 300 yards behind me. That's the entrance to the site, and I'm just walking up into this little village just while Michele wakes up and gets dressed. Just walking through the village, randomly found a castle turret. As you come down the hill from the town, you do a quick right left. All the way along there, and also as you're going through the main entrance, you can also turn à gauche to the left. There are no showers and no toilets. They're there, they're just locked. They look like they've been locked for quite a long time. So why that's still on the website, we'll never know. Just another reason to complain to camping car parks. I really wish they'd put a map of each site on, so you know where to park, so you don't upset anyone else or park in the wrong place. Hey ho, rant over. So we have got black waste. You have to visit into that centre nozzle there. The toilets are closed. And it doesn't look like they've been open for quite some time. So I don't think they've opened them since the end of last summer. So you can get in the shower of toilets. So there's all sorts of things in this little village. Here we've got a what's called a maison troglodytique, which is a troglodyte house built into caves. There's a 13th century Cistercian monk's tower. Well, so we think this building here might be the watchtower. I'm not sure. As you can see, we're just parked over there. It's about 60 yards, 55 maybe. There's a river. There's a little island in the middle. And now seeing that island, I'm wondering whether I've seen somebody else come here. But very pretty, very picturesque. The actual village is lovely. Lots of historical elements. 13th century, 16th century. There's a local abbey nearby as well. So one thing I'll do before leaving is just have a quick look around the van. Just make sure there's nothing underneath. Haven't left anything out, haven't left any windows open. That we have disconnected the electric. We have, it's done. Just make sure everything's as it should be. As we drive away, probably wouldn't notice it here so much, but we'll look for any wet patches, oil, water. Just make sure we haven't left anything behind. Then it was time to leave the centre of France and drive the 580 kilometres up to Calais via the Baie de Somme services, where we had to take pictures of the frogs because we used to bring the kids here 15 years ago. And then as quick as that, we're back on the Channel Tunnel and we're heading home to England, and then the circa 3.5 hour drive back up to the West Midlands. Good morning, so we're here on the morning of Saturday the 17th of May. We got back at about 1:30 this morning, drove back up from Folkestone on the Channel Tunnel crossing, and it's now time to clean the van, literally strip everything out, wash everything, clean everything. Got some mods to do on the van before we get there. Michelle's just in the house looking for new duvet mattresses, because the one thing we realise is we're getting older and the self-inflating mattresses we've got just aren't doing the job anymore. So it is a little bit painful and a little bit stressful on the back, so we're just trying to make things a bit more comfortable. So anyway, we'll catch up with you later on, and what we would also like to say is just thank you to everybody who's watched our videos previously. Any of our current subscribers, thank you. We really appreciate you paying attention and tuning in. And any new subscribers. Please, if you are a new subscriber or an old subscriber, or just happen to just accidentally open one of our videos, just give us a thumbs up, give us a like, just give us a comment below, because it really helps to know where people are, who they are, what they're doing, and then we can try and tailor our content accordingly. So enjoy, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.